it is craft day again, and today, just because I'm starting to feel like I really want to go to the beach, and it made me start thinking about things I might see at the beach, especially a nice hot sunny beach where the blue water, it'd be so warm to swim in. I was thinking about sea turtles. So today I thought we would make a sea turtle. So some of the things you're going to need: handy dandy paper plate. I know we do a lot of crafts with paper plates. So paper plates. I happen to have some green paper, and if you have green paper, that would be great. But your turtle doesn't always, the head and the flippers, they don't have to be green. You can color a paper green if you don't have it, or you can come up with a different color, because your turtle is your turtle. And then to make the shell and the designs on the shell, I'm actually using a lot of different things today. I have some old mail, and it's got some fun colors. And I have some old wrapping paper, and it's got some fun colors. And if you have tissue paper, that might be kind of cool too. And I have more green paper. And then what we're going to do actually is we're going to rip it into small pieces like this, so that we can put it onto the back of our sea turtle. And I just kind of I'm thinking like it kind of is fun seeing all these different little colors, and I'm thinking it could be a really cool looking shell if my turtle had this fun design. So I'm making all these little pieces, and if you see down here, I've got all kinds of pieces that I've already torn up, and I'm just going to add some more. And then the other two things we're going to need are glue. You can use a glue stick, or you can use regular glue, scissors, and felt pens, paintbrush, because I'll show you how you can use this. If you're not going to use the glue stick, you're going to want a paintbrush. And then again, if you're going to use the paintbrush method, you're going to want a container with a little bit of water in it. All right, so we're going to get started here. Now, the first thing I think that I want to do is maybe just start putting things onto the back of my sea turtle. Now, this, because it's already sort of got a bit of a dome to it, this is going to be the back of the turtle, his shell. And what I'm actually going to do is I want to use the paintbrush method, which means I've got my little bit of water in my container, and I'm going to put some glue in it. Kind of a lot, depending on your water. Because this is a technique we call decoupage. So you're going to mix, so your glue and your water, and you're going to mix it together with your paintbrush. You're going to mix it really nicely, and it's going to get all soupy, oopy. And this is going to be so that you can kind of paint your pieces on there, and they'll stick really well. But again, you are welcome to use glue sticks, because I know a lot of you have glue sticks at home and maybe don't have wet glue to do this technique. But I just wanted to try something a little bit different for us, and just because we haven't been doing anything with a paintbrush, so I kind of like using a paintbrush a lot. So, and I've realized we've not done anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my pieces here, and now my gluey water, and I'm going to take one of my pieces, and I'm going to put some of this watery, gluey stuff on, all over it, and then I'm going to stick it to my paper. Ooh. And when you do it, it's kind of sticky, because the watery glue is sticky. So I'm going to put a whole bunch of pieces. See, and I'm going to use my mail. I'm going to use the mail, and I'm going to put that on. I'm going to use another piece of mail. I'm going to put that on. And maybe I'll use some of my wrapping paper pieces that I have. I'll put those on. So you can see it's starting to fill. I'm going to start filling up my shell. Now, it's going to take a long time. So when I come back, you're going to see that my shell is filled up. So you can do that too, all right? So I'll be back in 3, 2, 1, and I'm back. All right, so I did all the gluing. And because I did it the decoupage style, which was with the gluey water, my paper plate is super wet. So 2 things you can do if your paper plate is super wet is you can let it sit in the sun or just let it sit outside and dry, or on a table and dry if it's maybe wet outside, or you can get a hairdryer and blow dry it. And I'm actually gonna get a hairdryer and blow dry it, and when I come back, my plate will be all dry and we can go on to the next step, okay? So again, 3, 2, 1, and I'm back, and it's dry. It took a while, I'll admit it. It took quite a while for it to dry because I put a lot of water, decoupage glue on it. So there's my shell. I kind of think it looks really interesting. I like the patterns. Now the next thing is we need to make the head and the flippers for our turtle. So to do that, that's where I'm going to use my big piece of green paper that I said that I just happen to have some. So I'm going to use this, and with that I'm actually going to want to draw my head. So I'm just going to use a pen so I know the shape I'm going to do. I actually think that for my flippers I'm probably just going to make some oval shapes. So my ovals are going to be pretty big because turtles have pretty big flippers, to be honest, because they have to do a lot of swimming. So there's, again, 1 oval, 2 oval, 3 oval. It didn't quite look like an oval. 4 oval. So I've got 4 ovals, and then I'm going to kind of maybe want one kind of a raindrop, kind of like a raindrop shape for the head. I'll show you right now. Okay, so that's the kind of shape I want for the head. It kind of looks like a raindrop, and if I had a point up here, it would be looking like a raindrop. So like if I did, I'll show you if I had dots. So if I do some dots up there, you'd see it would kind of look like a rainbow. So now what I want to do is I want to cut out those shapes. So what do I need? I need my scissors. Again, when we hold our scissors, the thumb is going to go in the small hole, and then the rest of our fingers are going to work with the bigger hole. Okay, like that. Now again, when we are using scissors, we want to be careful because we don't want to cut off our own fingers, and we don't want to cut up something that we weren't thinking about. So we're going to take our time, and again, turn your paper as you're cutting. It makes it easier. So there, again, I'm going to cut I'm getting my head out here. And again, just because I'm a grown-up, admittedly, I can cut. I've got some practice behind me, so I can cut out my shapes kind of fast. As you get better with your scissors, you will be able to cut out a lot of things really quickly too. Trust me, I promise. The more you practice, the better you get. It's just like with anything. Like, if some of you swim, or some of you were learning to swim, do you remember when you first started swimming? It was really hard. And you maybe didn't like putting your face in the water, but the more you practice, the easier it got. Same kind of thing happens with scissors. The more that you practice with your scissors, the easier it's going to get. So I've got 2 of my fins cut out, and now I'm getting on my 3rd. There's my 3rd. And again, does my oval look completely like an oval? No. Is that okay? Yes. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. No such thing as perfect. All right. So here, I'm going to cut my last oval out. There. That looks a little bit better. Okay? An oval kind of is like kind of an egg shape to a certain degree. It's a little bit rounder though. Okay. So I've got my 4 ovally shapes and my 1 kind of teardrop shape. That's going to be the head. Now you're going to take your turtle body and you're going to start putting them on. So my head, I'm going to put over here. Now this, I'm probably actually going to want to use my glue stick because I don't want to use the decoupage because it's going to be really hard and I want it to stick from the start. So here's my glue stick. I'm going to put some glue right up where the tip would have been for a raindrop, but we don't have it, so on that sort of that straight edge there. So I put a bunch of glue, and I might put a little bit on my plate, and then I'm just going to stick it like that. Stick it like that. And then, look, when I turn it over, what? My turtle has a head. So I'm going to do the same thing for the 4 little fins, although they're not that little. So I'm going to put the fins onto the body, and I'm going to put them all underneath as well. So again, if that's the head, remember that it's going to have 2 fins on this side and 2 fins on that, because there's a front one and a back one. It's kind of like they have legs all the way around, because they're not quite like hands, because they don't quite use them as hands, but they do walk on them when they're on land. But they're most useful because they help our turtle. See, I put 2 on, and now I'm going to put 2 over here because I've got the glue on them already. There's some glue on that one, and then I'm going to put some right there. So look, my turtle has got this. But when I flip it around like this, my turtle's got a head. Now, what does my turtle need? Can't see, can't smell, can't smile. So I'm going to use my pens, and I'm using markers. You could use crayons, you could use pencil crayons, you could use a Sharpie. If you're using a Sharpie, please be careful because I don't want to get in trouble if you get it somewhere else. So I'm going to draw some eyes on my turtle. I will show you in just a moment. So there, my turtle has some eyes. I'm going to give my turtle a little nose. I'm just going to give him some nostrils. Now my turtle has some little nostrils. And I'm going to give my turtle a smile. There, my turtle has a smile. Now you could put some designs on maybe their fins. I'm going to give him just some like maybe little lines that show that he's got, because they kind of do have, they sort of do have toes. If you've ever had the chance to see, like especially a giant sea tortoise, they actually do sort of have these toes. So I'm drawing those kinds of lines for my turtle. Now if you want and you have some extra paper, and I do have some extra green paper, you might want to cut off a piece and maybe you want to make a little tail. So my little tail I'm going to make in what we call a crescent shape. A crescent shape is sort of like a small moon. So that's kind of what a crescent shape is. So I'm going to cut that shape out, and then where's the tail go? Does it go at the top of the turtle? No. Does it go at the side of the turtle? Oh, no. Your tail is going to go at the back of your turtle. All right, almost done cutting this puppy out. Well, it's not a puppy, it's a tail actually. All right. So there's my tail. Same thing. I'm going to put some glue on it. Oops, my glue's actually open already. Oh, Teacher Lisa, now you got it on your hand and the table. Thank goodness cleanup happens. All right, so there's my tail, and I'm going to put it right here. Look, now my turtle has a tail. So that's kind of what your turtle can look like. You can add all kinds of more things. If you want, you can, I didn't fill my whole plate up, my whole shell, because I just kind of, it was getting really drippy, and I just kind of liked the way it was looking when I just did this. So you could always, I mean, I could always add some colors down here, or I could go around the edge with my crayon or my felt pen, and I could draw, I'm using green, but I just am focused on a green turtle today. But you saw my shell has all kinds of colors. It has red, it has purple, it has green, it has silver. I mean, you can just do it with, again, Artists get to choose how they want to do it. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. There's just the way the artist creates their masterpiece. And this turtle is definitely going to be a masterpiece. I can tell, because I know how amazing my artist friends are out there, and I have seen some of your work, and I'm going to tell you, it's gallery worthy, which means you could put it in an art gallery. All right, so there, what I did a little line around the edge of the turtle on my paint, but I could put more colors here if I wanted to. I could color some more. So this is your sea turtle. I know yours is looking awesome. I'm super excited. Again, always feel free to show me or send me pictures. I love it. Okay, so happy sea turtling. Let's hope for sunny weather, sunshine, beaches. And if you live in Seattle, you can always go and find sea turtles. Actually, well, they're not sea turtles, but they are little turtles. If you walk around Green Lake, there is one section where there are actually a lot of turtles that live on the north side by Aurora Avenue. There's a tree and some benches, and right over there is where the turtles live. So maybe one day you can get your grown-up to take you for a walk and you can go look for turtles at Green Lake. All right? So have a great week, and we will see you all soon. Bye.